Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 264 BH bunkhouse travel trailer. You guys picked a cool little unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, your awning. And over on your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be right behind your tires, and your water connection is going to be just above them. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level your unit. You have a power tongue jack on the front here, a night docking light. Simply lower or raise the unit until you're level. You do have a manual override under this rubber stopper and a hand crank right there to bring it up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose over time. Once we've got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. On all four corners of your unit, stabilizing jacks. A little 3/4 inch hand crank here. Crank them down as I do. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop. Better distribute the weight, keep them from sinking in the ground. Just a really good investment. Pick up a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon and run these down just until they're taut. Once it's on top, you'll feel a little resistance on your hand crank. That's as far as you want to come down. Because remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. Go ahead and put all 4 of those down. We've got our unit level and stable. We can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Now your 30 amp cord there stores conveniently inside your unit here. Let's tuck it back in there when we're done here. If you need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 110 adapter. It comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At the campsites, we'll hook up the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up to your hose, but don't turn our hose on yet. Let's go over to our campsite, to our hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, make sure our drain plug's back on. Throw a little plumber's putty, or plumber's tape. Putty isn't recommended. Put some plumber's tape on there and put that on there nice and snug. Then you can go ahead, go inside, or turn on your hose, and then go inside and open up your water taps. Once the water is coming out of there, you know the air's out of your lines, and you can go ahead and turn on your hot water heater from inside. Now, let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry docking somewhere. In that case, we'll fill up our potable water tank. Over here on your off campsite, just above your low point drain, is your fresh or potable water tank. Simply fill that with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your tanks. Your freshwater button will tell you when this is full. Now remember, when using this potable water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't use your water pump when hooked up to city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up with power and water. We're ready to camp. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. You start on your off campsite here in the front with your pass-through storage area. Over here is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get warm. Your potable water and your potable water dump or low point drain. Here's a vent for your microwave. City water connection, your power again. An outdoor shower. Your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping your black and gray tanks. And there's your other low point drains. Here's where you turn on your cable or hook up your cable at the campsite. Spare tire with a cover, keeps it from dry rotting. Unit's also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. Device you can purchase from our store that attaches to the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with that, giving you a backup camera. Again, your hot water heater, your big storage area here. I've ran your awning just about all the way out. Got your picnic table down at the other end. It starts to rain. Pull down on that pitch adjust and that'll send all the rain down to this end. It's also able to do at the other end. Cable of 110 out here if you want to hook a TV up. Here's a clamp for it. Coming around to the front here is your pass-through storage with all of your hitch work in it. Your propane does have a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open, and there's the cover for your propane. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go look inside your unit. Coming up inside the unit, the first thing I'd like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone is camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. To your left as you come in, exterior and interior lighting, your awning, run that the rest of the way out. Run that out until that white flap falls down and you can see your black bar. That's as far as you want to run that out. Note it will continue running out, so keep an eye on it as you're running it out. There is no automatic stop on that. And your speakers are in the ends of the arms, which is really nice because all your music points down toward your campsite instead of out at everyone else's. Finish running that awning in before walking around the rest of your unit here. Shut off my awning light. Alright, coming into the unit. Down here in the back of your dinette is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention it's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are dry docking or boondocking and you are not plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down. The legs for your table will remove. Set this right down on these lips here. Put your back cushions on top for another sleeping area. Prepped for a TV back here. Here's a backer. If you do hook up a TV, this little green button right here, press that button in, make sure that green light's on before running your digital channel scan. That's a digital channel enhancer and it'll allow you to pick up more channels. Here's your IRV technology sound system. Bluetooth, AM, FM, dual zone, indoors, outdoors. Here's your thermostat. Go ahead and put that on AC real quick. AC quick kicked on. You notice when I shut the AC off, shuts off rather quickly. Now we'll turn on your furnace. Furnace kicked on, shut your furnace off. You'll notice the furnace fan takes a little bit longer to shut off than the AC does. It's like that on all units. Up here in your bunk area, USB ports, your own individual one-touch lighting. Same thing here in the hallway, one touch. Just want to mention back here in your bathroom, toilet and shower area, you have a hand crank open, power exhaust vent here, your lighting. Out here, maintain your plumbing. Keep an eye on that plumbing. It's mostly PEX. Keep an eye on that. You are bouncing a house down the road. You don't want things to wiggle loose. Coming here to your Nordic fridge. Touch this button, turn it on. Now whatever's white here is what you're controlling. Here's the freezer, here's the fridge. Freezer we're going to leave on 5. Fridge you like to keep on 3. If you did want to change it, over here is where you bring that up or down. And then lastly, night mode. Tells the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Please save me some power, and it does so. Your self-explanatory microwave. Below this we have a light and a fan. Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light, turns from blue to red. Hit your spark and there's your flame. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light. Hit your spark and then set it to the desired temperature. Oven light if you click it down. Below your fridge, access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Coming over here next to your sink. Turn on your lighting here. This is where you check your levels, your brand new battery. Here's where you check your fresh water, black and gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to gas, water heater if hooked up to electric. Come back into your bedroom. In the ceiling here is your smoke alarm. Come back here and turn some lights on. Almost all the lighting in here is one touch except for this little accent light up here. This is a template. If the unit ever decides to get wired for solar, that's a template for the techs to use. Your emergency escape window. On the wall here it's also prepped for TV again. And underneath your bed is your pass-through storage. So we're getting ready to leave the campsite now. Start shutting off lighting. In this bedroom, make sure that this door is snapped back. Doors and drawers is my line. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Make sure that everything in your unit is secure. And I like to shut off my interior lights. Once I shut off my main one, I can walk around and see any individual lighting I may have left on. Got our lights off, everything's secure. Let's exit the unit. When you come out, lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. Tuck your steps. At this point, we're going to unhook our cable, water, and power. We're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. Once your water is unhooked, you're going to come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this low point drain. That's going to drain hot water out of here. Or excuse me, lift up on this pressure release valve. It's going to drain hot water out. Snap that back down so your door will close once it's empty. Then you can pull your bottom drain plug. Now we're going to hit our low point drains. If we're hooked up at the city camp, we'll dump both of those. And if we're out dry docking, we'll open that one. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now park accordingly at the dump station. Your dump's going to be all the way at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Get there and hook up your 10-foot hose and pull your black handle. That's going to be your sewage. After it sounds like that's no longer draining, we're going to take your water pressure regulator again and hook up to this tank flush. Leave that black handle open. Hook up the hose at the dump station and let that hose run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all the nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water. It's your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you can conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in the bumper. Nice sanitary place for it. Again, so thank you guys so much for your purchase. I hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.